after your contract expires, Phil Spencer and Xbox don't have to give you shit. They're not required to give you shit. They're not expected to give you shit. The fact that Phil Spencer and Xbox are offering to give you Call of Duty for at least several more years after your fucking contract with Activision expires, you should be fucking on the ground thanking Phil Spencer for that, instead of calling it inadequate. What a fucking whiny little bitch!
You unlock this door with a simple registration. Beyond it is another dimension. A dimension of memes. A dimension of trolls. A dimension of morons. You are moving into a dimension of both factual and unfactual information, of rumours and hopes. You just crossed over into YouTube Fanboy Zone.
Hello all, welcome back to the channel. Thank you all for the continued support. First I want to get off, thank you for the subs. Subs are slowly increasing, and the support of the channel and the podcast that we run on Fridays, 10 PM GMT, 5 PM CET, and 8 AM Australia time, I believe it is. I'd have to ask my co-hosts. Not that they're important. Anyway, now I have you here. Thank you all for joining. So let's get into this. I'm not going to go over, because I think you pretty much all know what this is about. So recently, Jim Ryan had a massive breakdown about Call of Duty could possibly be exclusive after a certain deal that Sony Xbox have proposed. Basically, I'll just give you the basic version of it. Phil said that after the contract expires with Sony, 3 years after that, the game could be exclusive to Xbox. Jim Ryan threw his toys at the pram, and he's really upset by that, and had a bit of a breakdown. But you know, that's not what this video is about. What this video is about is the heroes of PlayStation fans. There's actually some PlayStation fans that have kicked back at him. I know, it's incredible, and that's what this video is going to cover. So first up, Supernova, Budget Christian Slater, I like to call him, has a massive rant about it, which I sort of touched on with my intro. So let's go and first listen to Supernova's rant on the matter.
Fucking wow, Jim Ryan, really? This is what we're doing? Well, anyway, here we go into the news today. Reading here from IGN, PlayStation's Jim Ryan calls Xbox's Call of Duty promise inadequate on many levels. Xbox boss Phil Spencer apparently offered 3 years of Call of Duty on PlayStation beyond the current agreement. Last week, Xbox boss Phil Spencer said new Call of Duty games...
Several bad puns later.
Like, is this guy for fucking real? Hold on, I'm gonna finish the article and then I'll go in on this fucking guy, because this to me is absolutely fucking ridiculous. Spencer,
Eventually.
dude. Alright, now that we've read through the article, let's go back and pull out some details, just in case you missed them, right? Phil Spencer said that new Call of Duty games will remain on PlayStation's platforms for at least several more years after Activision's current contract with Sony expires. So what does it mean? Well, it means that PlayStation and Activision had a contract for Call of Duty games to appear on PlayStation platforms. That's normal. It happens all the time. And I'm assuming there have probably been multiple versions of this contract that have existed over the years. And as they would approach their expiration date, they would get renewed to keep that game on PlayStation platforms. Again, that's normal. It happens all the time. Well, the most recent version of that contract that exists, well, when that contract expires, Xbox is offering to keep Call of Duty on PlayStation for at least several more years. And Jim Ryan called it inadequate. What? Let me tell you something, Jimmy R. Let me tell you something. Lean in so you can make sure you don't miss this. After your contract expires, Phil Spencer and Xbox don't have to give you shit. They're not required to give you shit. They're not expected to give you shit. The fact that Phil Spencer and Xbox are offering to give you Call of Duty for at least several more years after your fucking contract with Activision expires, you should be fucking on the ground thanking Phil Spencer for that, instead of calling it inadequate. What a fucking whiny little bitch. You should be on your fucking knees cradling Phil Spencer's balls, Jimmy R, for the fact that he's even willing to put Call of Duty on PlayStation for more time than the contract
When you
allows.
fly with nuclear weapons, you're trained to retrieve if possible, disable if necessary, and destroy if essential.
And I agree with Supernova. I actually agree with Supernova. Because I'm a logical, factual man, and that I'm quite keen on common sense and fairness and non-bias. And this one instance, like Supernova's sort of kind of being honest. And Jim is a big whining crybaby who has, he's quite fine to promote exclusives and the like and stuff like that, and do exactly the same. We all know, there is no ounce of doubt if Jim Ryan had purchased Activision that he would make this game exclusive. He had the option. If he had the option to make COD exclusive, he would factually, truthfully, 100% take it. He would love to have that game Call of Duty exclusive, but he can't. And he knows this, and he needs to just stop whining about it and just take it. At the end of the day, this is the market he pushed. But Supernova, thankfully, isn't the only person that disagrees with Jim. We also have Foxy Gaming. Let's have a listen to what Foxy has to say.
A mansion. You're buying a mansion. And there are occupants of that mansion who have been there for some time. And you promise those occupants that they can stay in the property for 3 years until they get their act together and find somewhere else. But these occupants have been making money off of this mansion and would like to stay indefinitely. But you own the house, and they're complaining that they're going to have to go after 3 years. That's how I see this whole thing. Microsoft spends $70 billion on this Activision Blizzard King deal, ABK. $70 billion. Should it not be Microsoft's right to decide what they do with the IP they now or will own if this deal goes through? I mean, if Xbox and Activision Blizzard deal does go through, I'm afraid to say, and I prefer PlayStation games. I've always been a PlayStation gamer. I own Xbox, Nintendo, all of them, but PlayStation is the platform I go to. I'm sorry, Sony, but Microsoft owe nothing to Sony. Nothing. PlayStation CEO Jim Ryan should be grateful for the extra 3 years on offer. And Ryan, you know what Ryan needs to do? He needs to go ahead and greenlight a Resistance and or Killzone reboot for PlayStation gamers. If he cares about the PlayStation community that much, where is your own first-person shooters? Oh, you can't compete with Call of Duty. Well, compete. It's called competition. It's called business. And quit trying to hold on to other publishers' IPs.
We hate you.
And I agree with him too. Another kind of okay analogy. Yes, but I agree with Foxy Gaming. There's another PlayStation fan that 100% agree with, and it's fantastic now. All these PlayStation fans are starting to think, what, Jim? What are you on about? Because it's not only showing weakness, but it's showing complete stupidity. The fact that he sort of tries to cap and they try to hold back games off Xbox and sort of promote that and sort of say, yeah, Xbox is good, until their fans just run with the whole Xbox is good, exclusives are good, exclusives sell your unit, yada yada yada. Now he's sort of flipping it on his head and trying to almost sort of, he's just sounding sort of panicked that one of the biggest games of all time, Call of Duty, could actually be exclusive to Xbox. And now he's realised, he's like, I don't know, eating his own words. And now he's realised that he's made a bed and now he's being forced to lie on it. And what's fantastic, pretty much all PlayStation fans agree with it. And it's fantastic. And it's great that I can finally do a video like this.
Yeah, I live and die by the truth. You know what I mean? So I just go by what I see, what I like, what I talk about.
No, King Fresh. No, man. Don't ruin it. Don't come here and start capping for Jim and trying to twist it and contradict yourself and just say a bunch of stupid shit. Oh, man. Please, Fresh, please.
Fanboys suck a whole lot of dick. I mean, well, I do too, but...
Wait, what? What?
Fanboys suck a whole lot of dick. I mean, well, I do too, but...
Hello. No, seriously, that's what I thought you said. But moving on, King Fresh. Let's actually... Okay, let's look at your video. Oh, he's always attention seeker, old Fresh, isn't he? Okay, we're going to watch your video. Okay. Right, let's just assume his video is very long, very boring, nothing on screen to watch or really paying attention to. It's probably just the same back screen all the way through the entire video. He probably sniffs a lot, coughs a lot. His phone probably goes off in the background. Let's just assume all that. Let's also assume that he, as I said, contradicts himself a lot, lies a lot, and just makes himself look like a fool. So let's just skip all that part of the video and just listen to maybe one or two key parts of his video that I really would like to touch on. So let's have a listen to one of the just a clip of his video. First clip.
But I also see the frustration of Sony, because without Sony, Call of Duty wouldn't even be around. Call of Duty was on the fucking PlayStation 2 before anything, and it wasn't even multiplayer. And they were going up against juggernauts like Medal of Honor and all that good shit back then. Sony still supported them niggas, and them niggas have grew up, and Sony is proud of what they have done. To see a company who had absolutely nothing to do with the growth or the strength of Call of Duty, I understand the frustration, because it's like, this is what they mean by hurting the industry. All you're doing is trying to make shit cost more than what it needs to cost. All you're trying to do is try to strong arm some shit on some shit that you didn't even have nothing to do with, or even have any history or back history with the things that you were trying to buy up. And since you are new and green to this fucking shit, they feel that you're hurting the industry in ways that people just don't understand. Gamers is just not going to understand, because it doesn't affect them on the outside. It's going to affect them on the inside of the gaming world, because prices are going to end up going up if this catches on. And the scary part is, if it catches on to other developers feel like, oh, I need to charge more if they're charging more, then it's going to become this whole rabbit hole. That's why Sony needs to put their foot down. This is why Sony is putting their foot down.
So he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Oh, sweet Jesus. Okay, firstly, Fresh, let's educate you again. I don't know why you have a gaming channel. Right, firstly, Call of Duty, when it released in 2003, was on PC, PS3 and Xbox 360, or PC, Windows, Mac, and PS3 and 360. Call of Duty 2 was then on PC, Windows, Xbox 360. It was not on PlayStation. Call of Duty 3 then was on PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, Xbox, Wii, Xbox 360. 2007, Windows, yada, yada, yada. I don't think there's been any point where it's only been on PlayStation. There has been a point where it's been on Xbox and not PlayStation, however. And it certainly did not originate on the PlayStation 2. You absolute fucking moron. And to conclude, the main success of Call of Duty was on the 360 when it had the advertising and content deal. And then it's where it blew up, where everyone played Call of Duty was on the 360. And then they didn't migrate to PlayStation to play it until the PlayStation 4, when Sony picked up the deal, because Xbox stupidly dropped that deal. So Sony picked it up, and then everyone migrated. Keyword here, they migrated, i.e., they actually left. They all played on Xbox. They owned Xboxes. They all left that unit, that market, and moved. they actually moved to a new unit. They moved to the PlayStation 4 at the beginning of the generation. Exactly where we are right now, right at the beginning of the generation. And you also make a point about 70% of COD gamers are on PlayStation. Firstly, I don't know where you got that number from. Secondly, irrelevant, because this is a new generation. There's 20 million PlayStation 5s. There's 60 million Xbox Ones. There's only a 4 or 5 million difference at best. So the migration won't be that bad at all compared to the PlayStation 4, Xbox One. The PlayStation 4 was double the Xbox One. But the migration won't be that bad. So you saying no one's going to sell their consoles, no boys, no parent, or everyone's playing it on PlayStation 5? No, at most, there's only 21 million or 20 million PlayStation 5s out there. All of them ain't going to play Call of Duty. So no, you're not even close to being correct at this point, Fresh. Not even close.
The outside is going to affect them on the inside of the gaming world, because prices are going to end up going up if this catches on. And the scary part is if it catches on to other developers feel like, oh, I need to charge more if they're charging more.
It doesn't even make sense here, man. You've literally made videos of why it's good to, I think you even do it in this video, why it's good that game prices are going up and Sony's charging more and Sony's charging £70 for game stuff. You've literally made videos and capped on this so hard. And now you're trying to make a point that Call of Duty might raise game prices and how that's bad and how Sony, of all people, are trying to put an end to it. You're the definition of deluded.
What's the matter with these cans? Die, milk face! These cans are defective. They're springing leaks. Come over here, look at this.
Listen, you better run for cover. You're gonna spring a leak.
Huh?
We don't have defective cans. We have a defective person out there.
He hates these cans. Stay away from the cans. Die, gas pumper! I gotta get away from those cans! There's cans in there too! Run! More cans!
And people keep trying to compare it to Final Fantasy or any other exclusive game. When Microsoft had the option to have these games exclusive to Xbox, they had the option. Marvel came to Microsoft for Spider-Man first before they came to Sony, and Microsoft rejected it. So it's fair game.
That's right, bitch tits. It's fair game. It's all fair game because it's just all business. So I can't understand why Jim and people like you are crying and bitching about it. You've been capping for exclusives and Xbox to compete for years. I really can't see issue with this. But let me just highlight to you guys that you're saying they went to Xbox first and they turned them down. Yes, just remember that. Marvel went to Xbox first. Why did they go to Xbox first, not PlayStation first? If they're blockbusters they keep releasing, they're the best market on everything. Why didn't they go to Sony first? Why did they go to Xbox first? Just keep that in mind, yeah? And remember, Activision was put up for sale. Sony could have purchased them, but they turned them down, so Xbox bought them. So that's how it is. And I think I'm going to leave it there because I could just go on and on about King Fresh's takes and how wrong they are and how he just gets... he just contradicts himself continuously and just gets so much wrong. It's incredible. I'm not sure if he's purposely getting stuff wrong. Sort of, is some sort of, I don't know, dark humour or satire. I don't know, or if he generally is that stupid or knows that little about gaming. But I hope you enjoyed the video. I'd love to hear your comments down below. Let's hear your opinions. What do you think about the deal? Do you think it's going to go through? It's great to hear PlayStation fans that actually are going against Jim and thinking he's an idiot. But thank you all for watching. Please sub and share, enjoying the content, and I'm enjoying your subs and whatever, and the comments below and the whatever. I don't know. I'm just waffling now. Thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.